Still to come on today. Tourism at the forefront of unlocking Eastern Cape's economic development. When we return, we speak to Joe Gqabi Economic Development Agency CEO, Ms. Vuyiwe Marambana. Tourism has been identified as a key driver in repositioning the Eastern Cape's Joe Gqabi District municipality. The region hosts its annual tourism conference earlier this year to lure investors and unlock a new economic trajectory. Let's find out where the district is in its development strategy. Joe Gqabi Economic Development Agency CEO, Ms. Vuyiwe Marambana, joins me now. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time and welcome to a rather warmer Johannesburg for sure than what Alwell North is at this point.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Let's talk about Joe Gqabi, the municipality. Obviously, I would understand, and many might think it remains a rural district with the kind of narratives that attach to that. Paint a picture for us, Joe Gqabi District, specifically the work of the development agency that you represent as CEO here, and what's happening in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you so much, Nqaba. And I have to say again that thank you for the opportunity to invite us to speak to the community and the viewers and the very important aspect that is closer to our heart. In relation to the district, which is Joe Gqabi District, I believe that it is our role as leaders in the district to change the narrative. Over the past years and even currently, rural districts have been viewed through the lens of challenges that are being faced by rural communities, which such challenges include poverty, unemployment, as well as lack of infrastructure. Through this conference, we believe that we'll be able to change that, working together with our partners, with the municipalities that are within the district and the district municipality. We want to turn those challenges into opportunities by engaging investors directly and showcase the opportunities and the bankable projects that are available within the district.
Let's talk about those investments projects. Let's talk about exactly where money can be deployed to unlock the potential and the continued growth of the municipality. Of course, the municipality itself is a district municipality made up of eLundini local municipality, formerly Maclear, now Nqaba, Senqu local municipality, others might appreciate that as Lady Grey, and then formerly Burgersdorp, Walter Sisulu local municipality. Let's talk about these municipalities and where investors can really take their money to. Which sectors of the economy are we talking about?
Thank you. The sectors that we'll be focusing on, especially for this conference, will be your agriculture and agro-processing sector. And we are very strong in that, especially in areas of eLundini, Maclear, as well as Ugi. Tourism sector, which happen to be prominent across the whole district, as well as property development. We have got enough land that we can tap into also to take advantage of renewable energy. Thank you.
Let's talk about agriculture because and whatever the land economy can offer there, because amahlati typically would thrive there, forestry would thrive there. I mean, there are many companies who have had operations in that area, particularly Ugi, Maclear side. Let's talk about agriculture, particularly cattle farming and sheep farming. I say all of these against the fact that these municipalities themselves have got some of the most grotesque examples of poverty in the country. How can we ensure that the potential becomes of the kind where it actually yields tangible results, among other things, food security in those districts?
Look, the challenge that we've been facing within the district is the fact that we are so key in terms of primary production, especially in as far as agriculture is concerned. But what becomes a challenge is the fact that when it comes to agro-processing, that would happen elsewhere outside the district. So we also want to change that by calling upon all the investors and those that are interested to come into our conference. We want to make sure that we invest in agro-processing firms as well as to improve on industrialization within the district, so that at the end, community members of Joe Gqabi will have advantage of getting better employment.
What is the hook that Joe Gqabi is offering that perhaps other districts don't offer? In other words, as an investor to prevail or to prefer yourselves, why would they not prefer someone else because of the hook that you propose?
We always say as Joe Gqabi that we are different. I've mentioned the strength in terms of agriculture. We have quite good natural resources and scenery, and also we pride ourselves on good governance and accountability, meaning that if investors want to invest on us, we'll have that confidence. To be specific, as an entity, JoGEDA, we have received clean audits for the past 4 years, same as our district municipality that have received clean audits for the previous years. So we believe that investors will have confidence in investing with us.
JoGEDA is one, but you've also got other municipalities that the investor would be operating. And I'm asking this question, one, because it's local government now, so these become very important issues that people are looking at, not just investors, but ordinary residents. Water, electricity, quality of roads, safety and security, and the social securities that are on offer. Are your municipalities playing ball in relation to that? Because JoGEDA is one entity, but they won't necessarily be investing in a JoGEDA municipality. I mean, they won't be investing in JoGEDA itself because you're a development agency. They'll be investing in the municipality. I beg your pardon.
I have to say that Joe Gqabi, as a district, just like any other district municipality, do have challenges in terms of infrastructure, being your roads infrastructure, energy, as well as your water and sanitation. But what I can be confident of is that on an annual basis, our government does provide such grants and funding for us to improve on infrastructure. So we are gradually improving on a regular basis, and we believe that through this conference, we'll be able also to attract investors so that we improve on the infrastructure of the district.
Let's talk about some of the nominated speakers or the confirmed speakers at this conference. Who are they, and why have they been identified to advance the cause of JoGEDA?
In this conference, we're expecting the minister responsible for small business and development, as well as the deputy minister. We're also expecting speakers from an international perspective. We have Professor Byron from the United States of America. We have speakers from Zimbabwe that will provide a regional perspective of investment and economic development in this conference, and we have our local speakers. And part of our local speakers, we have the CEOs from across the provincial entities as well as the national entities. Thank you.
I'm a young person, and I always have to ask this question. How are young people not only part of the conference and the narratives the conference itself is going to be taking out for the world largely to engage, but how are they embedded in the prospects of the growth and the investments that will be talked about at JoGEDA and beyond?
In Joe Gqabi District, we have, as I said, we have a challenge of unemployment, which affects mainly our young people, which is our youth. And that category is growing very fast, with the current status reflecting more than 30% of children. With this conference, we expect to improve in terms of the economic outlook of the district. The ultimate goal and the outcome is to make sure that we improve on the socio-economic status and create more job opportunities for the youth of the district. And I have to say that also in the conference we've accommodated our local SMMEs across all categories, being the youth as well as the people of Joe Gqabi as a whole.
Are you positive that the conference is not only going to be well attended, but going to offer the kinds of investments that you are hoping it is going to, and that you've already said you are anticipating it shall?
Yes, of course. We don't anticipate a talk shop or a once-off event. We've got plans even beyond the conference, which will make everything sustainable going forward.
Well, you certainly have my best wishes. I'm a boy from the Eastern Cape, so anything that improves the Eastern Cape, I, together with many people who would be watching, would certainly appreciate, if not altogether welcome that. So all of the very best. JoGEDA, Joe Gqabi Economic Development Agency CEO, Ms. Vuyiwe Marambana.